Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Daze and welcome to this Sunday live stream. It's very, very rare that we live stream on a Sunday, but I am very excited because we are going to have a little bit of fun over the next couple of hours. And honestly, there's been that much going on in the world of wrestling that this is going to be non-stop. This is going to be absolutely non-stop. We need to talk about The Undertaker at Madison Square Garden. We need to talk about UFC. We need to talk about, obviously, Takahashi for those of you that watch New Japan Pro Wrestling. So yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff which is got to be discussed. So the first thing I want to do is just let the world know that we are here. So let me go down and see if I can find where we share it on Twitter. There we go. So let's press share and just let people know that we are here. I can see more people are joining us. Right, let's go up to this bit. Back to work tomorrow, says Kevin. Dude, I feel your pain. I honestly feel your pain. And at least you've had glorious weather today. I'm not sure where in the world you are, but it has been absolutely roasting here in the UK. And I'm sure it must be the same in America, Canada, all round the world. Hello to Kid Does Stuff. I like that name. That is a good name. Senfora Blorbo. Man, you guys have just some of the funniest names. Chile, says Carl. Wow, you watching in Chile? It can't be chilly in Chile. It's got to be warm in Chile because it is warm all around the world at the moment. I think they said today was the hottest day of the year so far here in the UK. So I'm not sure if that's the case wherever you guys are. Again, we all know how I like to talk, but let me take a second just to tell people that we are live. Join us for giveaways, because there could be. We might get a cheeky wheel of fun in. Fun, wrestling talk, and much, much more. That is the agenda for today. Fun. Wrestling talk, giveaways, and much, much more. So let us tweet that out. G1 USA. Hashtag New Japan Pro Wrestling. Hashtag NXT. Cool. Hi Daze. Hello to Phenomenal Demon King. I see people saying the Wheel of Fun is wrong. It's not. What people tend to do, which I do understand, is the wheel, it was at like 3:30 when I looked at it. So it's like, right, well, the next one then is 3:50. But just before the live stream starts, loads of people always unsubscribe because they think that they can get it below 325 and then it'll happen at 325. And I'm smarter than that. You can't unsubscribe and then resubscribe to try and trick the Wheel of Fun. That's not how it works. The Wheel of Fun is there to celebrate every 25 subscribers. So the next celebration will be when we get to 350. So the Wheel of Fun is correct. Right, okay, so we've done that. We've done Twitter. Let me just jump onto YouTube and let the people of YouTube know that we are live, because I want as many people to join us as possible, because obviously we want new people to join and subscribe, and then we can do the Wheel of Fun and all of that jazz. Right, okay, here we go. So let's click on here. What I want to talk about today as well is obviously the sad news about Takahashi. You might have seen the video that I put out earlier talking about the fact that he actually has suffered a broken neck. That is just a report at the moment that's doing the rounds. I've not seen it like confirmed by New Japan, But apparently it was in his match last night, which took place in America. It was at the G1 special. He was having a match against Dragon Lee, got dropped on his head, and apparently in that moment suffered a broken neck. I mean, broken necks are like not only career threatening but life threatening, and Takahashi is one of the biggest names in New Japan Pro Wrestling, so I really, really do hope that he's okay. I'm keeping an eye out for an update. If you guys have seen any update, let me know. I really want to know that Takahashi is okay. Join us for giveaways, fun, wrestling talk, and much more. And obviously, we need to talk as well about Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar turned up at UFC 226, which was crazy. I mean, it did. There's a lot of talk at the moment about, is it fake? Is it not fake? There's a lot of people trying to figure out, if what happened at UFC 226 was real or not. Because for those of you that didn't see, Daniel Cormier won the heavyweight championship, the UFC heavyweight championship. And Brock Lesnar came walking down, got into the octagon, got face to face with the brand new UFC heavyweight champion. They were talking trash. Brock Lesnar actually pushes Daniel Cormier, the brand new heavyweight champion. And then not long after, rumors are going around that there will be a fight in November between Brock Lesnar and Daniel Cormier. Now, Daniel Cormier might not be a name that is known to many of you out there, but he is legitimately one of the best UFC heavyweights in the world. Really one of the all-time greats. So, it's going to be a case that that fight is happening. There's other rumors as well that Brock Lesnar might not lose the title, the Universal title. Personally, I would love that. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I would love Brock Lesnar to walk to the octagon for his fight against Daniel Cormier, right, with the Universal Championship. If I was Vince McMahon, what I would do is I would keep the title on Brock Lesnar. I would have a word with Dana White, and I would say, look, right, I want this to be not just for the UFC Heavyweight Championship. I want you to put the WWE Championship on the line as well. And if Brock Lesnar wins, Brock Lesnar stays the champion. If Daniel Cormier wins, then Daniel Cormier becomes the brand new WWE Universal Champion. What's great about that is Daniel Cormier is already a massive wrestling fan. He's been to WrestleMania, he's been to house shows. I think if the right offer was put on the table, he would accept that and he would go with that. And then you've gone and got yourself just another absolute massive draw. I mean, you would then have the current, whoever won, the current UFC heavyweight champion would also be the WWE Universal Champion. It would take a bit of work. I'm not saying UFC are going to jump at that idea. I'm not saying that Brock Lesnar or Daniel Cormier would jump at that idea either. But personally, I would really go for that. I would really, really go for that because I think that would be newsworthy. I think ESPN would pick up on it. And it's all about creating headlines. I mean, my feeling on it was that what happened at UFC last night was fake. What happened at UFC 226 was pre-planned. I think they probably said, look, if Cormier does win, then we'll get Brock to come down and then we'll do this little moment. So that's my feeling on it. Daniel Cormier is saying that's not true. Daniel Cormier is saying that he had no idea Brock Lesnar was coming down to the ring. But they're good friends, and I don't buy it. I don't believe it. I think that was all pre-planned. And yeah, that's my feeling on it. I still think it was cool. I still think it was a great moment. It's still got the wrestling world talking, the fact that Brock Lesnar is having a fight in the UFC against Daniel Cormier, and it looks like it's going to be as early as November. I mean, man, you have got to train hard for Daniel Cormier. You have really got to train hard for Daniel Cormier because he is one of the all-time greats. So, yeah, very, very cool. Daniel Cormier is working, people. I think you're right. I think you're right. Daze, I just got water in my ear. How do I get it out? Asking the big questions there, Daniel Ultimate Jones. I honestly, I don't know. Try tipping your head. Maybe patting your ear. It should just work itself out, dude. It might just be a bit uncomfortable for a little while. Daze, I'm back. Hello to the mighty WWE fan. Tyler is back as well. Hello to you. Who knows, UFC and WWE could be working together. Very, very true. Whoa! Jay's World of Wrestling is in. There we go. Look at this. Guys, Jay's World of Wrestling is in the game and is now added to the board. Well done, my friend. Now, I see there's some new names that are in the chat. So let me just tell you what is going on. There's a brand new game that we're playing, and it's to try and spice wrestling up a little bit. Because, in all fairness, Raw has been a little bit rubbish the past few weeks. And so there's a new game that we're playing. You have got $50 million, okay? And all you have to do is pick your team. You've got $20 million wrestlers, 15, 10, and 5. You can't spend any more than 50 million, and you can't have any more than 5 wrestlers. Those are the only rules, right? So you get your team together, you build your team, and then every time that one of those wrestlers has a match on either Raw or SmackDown Live, then you get how many is it? 3 points. And then if they win that match, it's another 2 points. If they lose that match, it's minus 2 points. We're going to see, after all of the Raws and SmackDown Lives throughout the rest of July, who can pick the best stable. That is what it all comes down to. Now, you can play along at home for free. You know how it works. You've got all the wrestlers here. Pick your team. Tell me your stable name. And join in and play along at home. If you want to be on the board, get your name on the board, you want to be in the official Wrestling Daze Fantasy League, which will be sent out every Wednesday. And so you'll be able to see where you rank. And also you'll be eligible for some prizes. Whoever finishes first, second, and third in the league will win some sort of prize. The prize isn't a big deal, right? I'm not going to lie to you. That's not ever been a focus of this. It's about who can pick the best stable. And that is the game. So do it. Start picking your stables. Either you can donate $10 or £7, and then that's how you get into the league and how you get onto the board. Or you can play along at home for absolutely free. But yeah, if you want to be eligible for the prizes, that's how you go about doing it. So that is what is going on. Have a look, pick your teams. I am just going to put Jay's World of Wrestling onto the board. Welcome to the game, my friend. Wrestling. I mean, I already might have to rewrite some of this because it is rammed on the board. But there we go. Look, Jay's World of Wrestling is on the board with all of the other names. That will be in the background of the videos. I mean, literally, if one more person signs up to this now, I've literally got no idea. Like, I would now have to start rewriting out the whole board, which would be a nightmare. So I'm not saying don't do it, but I'm just saying that would be a nightmare. So I'm going to pop it. I'll pop it down here for now, but I will give it back to Hogan in a bit. Wrestling Sloth is in with a £1 donation, setting off the zombie. There we go. Look, do you want the pen, dude? Do you want the pen? Oh, he loves pens. He loves pens. There you go, buddy. Have it. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. Can you buy another bin? Please, please. I will pay £200. That would be one hell of a bin. I would expect some pretty funky stuff for a £200 bin. What is your favourite defining moments figure? It's probably got to be the Stone Cold, who should be here. There we go. So what was great about this Stone Cold was, also I should tell you, we've got full screen. We've got full screen. There we go. Look. So actually, you can probably see the names a little bit better on full screen. There we go. That is everyone that has joined the Wrestling Fantasy League for July. That starts tomorrow. The first points will be scored on Raw this week. So, all of that to one side. This is my favourite defining moments. I do absolutely love the Macho Man one, which is somewhere. I don't even know where that. Oh, there we go. There's the Macho Man one. Came with a headband as well. And that is a fantastic robe. So, very, very cool. But honestly, I think this Stone Cold was probably better because it came with the Smoking Skull Championship. Ellsworth, 15 million. Let me tell you why Ellsworth is 15 million. Ellsworth is 15 million because he is guaranteed a match on Tuesday. So you're going to get points. That's why Ellsworth is 15 million. Because he's got a match against Asuka. So you're going to get 3 points. If he wins that match, which he easily could, because I'm expecting Carmella to interfere, then you would get another 2 points. So without even breaking a sweat, you're picking up 5 points. That is why Ellsworth is 15 million. The other thing as well, I saw people going, Brock Lesnar, only 5. Yes, because how often does he have a match on Raw? Is he likely to have a match on Raw in July? I doubt it. I honestly don't know. But you score points. 3 points when they have a match. 2 if they win. -2 if they lose. That is how all of that has been worked out. So actually, Roman Reigns would have been a good one to have had the other day because he had 2 matches on one show. Roman Reigns was used twice. So, yeah, you got to think about these things. Who can pick the best stable? Saw someone ask then, how do I donate? You just use the super chat feature. So when you have a comment, there should be a little icon that allows you to do a super chat. If you are young, please, please, please ask your parents or guardians for permission to do that. If you want to enter, make sure that you've got permission, because I don't want any angry parents getting in touch with me saying I don't want this person in this game anymore. So yes, make sure that you have done that. So back to what I was saying, that is the Smoking Skull Championship. Look at that title. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Days a person went over the budget. That's fine. I've double checked them all, and anyone that's gone over has been contacted, and I've asked them to resubmit. So everyone's teams will be within the 50 million. So yes, it came with 3 belts. The other belt, I think, was the Winged Eagle, I think. But I just think that 3 belts and Stone Cold in his iconic look with the knee braces and everything, I would have to say that is my favourite. I've just dropped the Smoking Skull Championship on the floor. That is my favourite defining moment. Daniel Ultimate Jones there saying his stable name, the Best. The Best. That's a big bold statement. That is, my friend. Why is Randy Orton not on the list? I've also seen people asking why Finn Balor isn't. I can tell you that to keep it simple, because I understand this is brand new. It's going to take a little bit of time for people to really understand, get their heads around it. What is it? Why are we doing it? All that kind of stuff. I wanted to keep it as simple as possible. That's why each of the columns has only got 10 wrestlers. So there's 10 wrestlers for you to choose from in each of the columns. Don't forget, you can't spend any more than 50 million. And sadly, that meant that some wrestlers had to miss out. I wanted to make sure there was some women in there as well as some men. And so Finn Balor sadly got taken out, and I think became Alexa Bliss. Finn Balor was on the list, but I had to take him out and put Alexa Bliss on instead. And then, as well as that, I don't think Randy Orton ever made it on. But I want to grow this. Let's make no mistake about this. This is the first month. I've already been blown away by like how many people want to enter. Like that is crazy. That is crazy how many people are like playing this game. So yeah, really excited. It's already done way more than what I expected, but this is just the first month. As we get into the next few months, I want to include more wrestlers. I want to make the scoring system a little bit more elaborate. I want to see it all grow, but we have to start pretty small. So that is why. Daze, did you watch Triple T live streams? I've not seen any recent ones. I've not seen his gaming ones, but I have watched quite a few in the past. And yeah, I mean, obviously nothing but love for Triple T. You all know that. C Wrestling's in as well. Hello to you, my friend. Hey, Daze, what are must-have superstars in your collection? That's a good question. Honestly, I would say that the only must-have superstars are the ones that you care about. There's no point me saying you need to have this Finn Balor. You've got to have this Finn Balor, because that's just not true. Like, Finn Balor might be someone that you just don't care about. Like, you might not be that bothered by the Demon. Like, do you know what I mean? We've not even seen the Demon that often, so you might just be like, no, I'm not too fussed. Like, instead, you might be more into the cruiserweights. You might be more into, like, 205 Live. Like, a Kalisto might mean way more to you than a Finn Balor. So, I can't say. I mean, there's figures that I just could not do without. I could not have an Undertaker, or I could not have a Shawn Michaels. Where's that Shawn here? This one, look. Look at that. I love this. This is the Shawn Michaels I remember as a kid. Look at that. That is HBK Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid. I think this is like his WrestleMania 8 attire. Very, very cool. Sweet chin music. Great jacket as well. Loads of detail on that jacket. So, yeah, very cool. But yeah, those are some figures I just couldn't do without. Normal Finn Balor is boring. Yeah, that's true. Daze, who would you like to marry more, Eva or Liv Morgan? Neither, really, to be honest. Daze, do you want Punk to return? Yes, I would. I would like that. Would you rather eat... What? I didn't even see what that said before it jumped off the screen. Why have you put R-Truth, Goldust, and Alicia Fox on the list? They haven't had a match on TV in over a year. Yeah, well, they are in the 5 million column. So obviously, if you're going to have like a big wrestler, if you're going to go for, because you don't have to have a 20 million, but if you go for someone like Roman, then you're starting to really eat into your money then, aren't you? So then you're going to be left with the 5 million ones, and to be honest, they're not that good. They're not the 5 million, I agree, they're not that good. But what I will say is that Goldust did have a match not that long ago against John Cena on Raw, which I remember. R-Truth is rumoured to be coming back. There's been a little bit of talk of him returning. Alicia Fox has been out injured all throughout WrestleMania season. She is also on the verge of returning. So it wouldn't surprise me if Alicia Fox ended up having a match on Raw as a bit of a look who's back kind of a thing. They're always looking for something different. Alicia Fox coming back, I could see them giving her a match. Goldust, always, I could see him having a match. I mean, he's a legend. There's no two ways about it. He's on the cards. He's on their books. He's got a contract. He still wrestles and is a legend. I could see him having a match, but that is why they're only 5 million. I mean, let's face facts. It is unlikely, which is why they are cheaper, but this is the game. Is it better to have some expensive, but then you've got to have the cheap? Or do you just pick wrestlers from the middle? Perhaps don't bother with that or that and just go with these ones here. That's what I like about the game. That's what I'm saying. If you think, oh, this is stupid, I can do it. Pick your team, see how well you do, and let's see. Why is Rusev not on the list? Again, same reason as to why Randy Orton and Finn Balor isn't. It's because I wanted to keep it at 40, and that was it. 40 was my absolute limit. I didn't want any more wrestlers than that. 10 in each of the columns. No more for the month of July. I want it simple so that people can understand. We could sit here and go, all right, well, why didn't you take James Ellsworth off and put Rusev in? Yeah, okay, I can understand all of that, but then there would be someone else going, where's James Ellsworth? So, you can't win. But that's why I've gone with all of that. Daze, who is your favourite women's wrestler? I would say right now, I'm really loving Asuka, of course. I think Carmella has improved drastically. I really love Bianca Belair down in NXT. There's a lot to choose from. I don't see Rusev or Joe or anyone beating AJ Styles for that title anytime soon. I'm not sure. I don't know. I just want AJ to have great matches. I don't care if he gets beaten or not. I just want him to have great matches. If you look at what happened at New Japan last night, I mean, that Cody Rhodes Kenny Omega match, it was brilliant. It was a lot of fun. There was a bit of drama in it. You never know if someone's going to turn on someone. I was half thinking of the Young Bucks going to turn on Kenny Omega and all of that kind of stuff. If you compare it to what happens in WWE, the WWE stuff is just nowhere near as dramatic. The closest you can get is NXT with what's happening with Johnny Gargano at the moment. That is the closest WWE get to New Japan Pro Wrestling. I really want to see them improve their storytelling, improve the drama of the matches on the main roster, because I really do feel like that's lacking at the moment. There is a lot of work that they need to do on that main roster. They've got the talent, but to be honest, I was looking at that card from Madison Square Garden. Honestly, I wasn't feeling it. Let me find the Madison Square Garden card so I can explain what I mean. WWE MSG. So if we go, here's the results, right? So if I was in New York, I would have gone to this show, right? That's the first thing I'll say. But Bobby Lashley beats Jinder Mahal. Anyone care? Literally, does anyone care? I'm not sure how many people are really into Jinder Mahal outside of India. And Bobby Lashley, I just don't think his return has been very good at all. At all. I'm kind of into seeing who wins out of Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns. But I can't say that I'm excited to see a Bobby Lashley match. So Bobby Lashley versus Jinder Mahal. Not into it. Cedric Alexander against Buddy Murphy. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure it was a brilliant match. What they're doing on 205 Live at the moment is fantastic. But is that a match you go, yes, Cedric Alexander versus Buddy Murphy? Can't wait. It's not really like a big enough. It's a fine undercard match. But nothing else. Next up, Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. I don't think they've been very good champions, I'm not going to lie. Taking on Titus O'Neil and Apollo Crews versus the B Team. So, a triple threat might have been fun. But again, I don't look at that and think, oh, I need to find a clip of that match. I bet that was fire. I just don't think it would have been. Bayley, Ember Moon, and Natalya versus Liv Morgan, Sarah Logan, and Alicia Fox. So Alicia Fox was wrestling at Madison Square Garden. There we go. She was in the tag match last night. Again, not something that really floats my boat. Mojo Rawley versus Bobby Roode. I think Bobby Roode is great, but only when he's a heel. I don't like this face Bobby Roode. So again, not too fussed. Dolph Ziggler, okay, with Drew McIntyre. I'm into what they're doing with them at the moment. Versus Seth versus Finn. I bet that match was fantastic. That is the first match I would actually go, yeah, we need to check this out. This is going to be awesome. So I would definitely go and see that. After that, though, Kalisto, Gran Metalik, Lince Dorado, so Lucha House Party versus Drew Gulak, Jack Gallagher, and Brian Kendrick. Nah, I'm not feeling that. Ronda Rousey defeated Nia Jax. every day of the week, I would want to see that match. So far, out of this card, 2 matches I would be interested in seeing. And then the main event, I just think looks awful because you've got Undertaker. Amazing. Yeah, amazing. Of course I would want to see the dead man. Yeah, brilliant. You got Braun Strowman. Fantastic. I'm all in. Roman Reigns. Fine. I understand. Yeah. What a team. I mean, first of all, what a team. Undertaker, Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns. What heels are they going to take on that are going to be as big as that? Like, you need some massive heels that are going to be able to take on that team. Well, they took on Kevin Owens. Not a bad start. Elias. Like, I understand people love Walk with Elias and all of that. But he's no match for The Undertaker. He's no match for Braun Strowman. He's no match for Roman Reigns. Elias does not belong in that main event match. So you've got Kevin Owens, Elias, and then the third one was Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin, who's been so awful and has now been like moved to more of a backstage character. Like, yes, he wrestles occasionally. Yes, he's going to have a feud with Finn Balor. But you don't see him wrestle week in, week out on TV anymore because he's awful. Yeah? So he's in that main event match as well. So for me, there is a real lack of massive heels. Where's the Andre the Giants? Where's the heel macho man and, you know, those kind of level here? Where's Ric Flair? Where are all the big heels? Like, that show, I know was very Raw focused, but like, I think Shinsuke Nakamura is one of the best heels in WWE right now. I really do. I really do. Because I just think that he's dangerous. He's a very dangerous heel. Strong style, the New Japan Pro Wrestling background. I really worry about where all the heels are. I mean, one of their biggest heels they've got at the moment is Kevin Owens, and he is getting embarrassed every single week by Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman absolutely humiliated Kevin Owens this week. Locked him in a toilet, pushed the toilet over. Kevin Owens came walking out, he's covered in that blue stuff they put down toilets. And that's one of the scariest heels that has just been humiliated. It's a big problem. WWE have got a massive problem. They need monster heels. Maybe Drew McIntyre can go on to become that. But honestly, outside of Drew McIntyre, who's not even at that level yet, who else have you got? I mean, I think they're making Brock Lesnar a heel. But in fairness, Brock Lesnar doesn't care if you think he's a heel or a face. I mean, how can you... Brock Lesnar's a monster. He's just stepped into the octagon and pushed the current UFC heavyweight champion. That is cool. There's no two ways about it. That is a cool thing to do. That makes Brock Lesnar cool. And anything that's cool can't be a heel. You can't have a cool heel, can you? Doesn't work. Because if something's cool, you're going to cheer for it. So... yeah, they got problems, man. Braun turning heel when he catches cashes it in on Roman. Do you think that's what's going to happen? As I said, I would keep the title on to Brock Lesnar, have him step into the octagon, have that fight against Daniel Cormier as the winner becomes the UFC heavyweight champion, and they get the Universal Championship as well. So I would do that. And then you could have someone... you could have Daniel Cormier. Like, if Daniel Cormier won, you could have him on Raw, cutting a promo about, I know this isn't my world, but I'm going to try and be a fighting champion for you. Yeah? And then out of nowhere, Braun Strowman attacks, cashes in, and that's how you get the belt off Daniel Cormier. So Daniel Cormier doesn't even need to fight. Just needs to show up to an episode of Raw and say how much he loves wrestling and how he's going to be a fighting champion. Strowman cashes in. Bish, bash, bosh. Vince needs to think about that idea. I honestly think if you have Brock Lesnar walking out at UFC in November with that WWE Championship, that's going to make that belt feel like $1 million. Because that is a massive show. It's a whole different market. I'd be into that. That's weird booking. Yeah, I think it's clever booking. I think it's different. I think that it involves UFC. I think it makes the title feel prestigious because now it's being competed in an octagon, something that we've not seen before. The UFC world will be talking about it as well. It's like, guys, this is not only for the UFC title, but it's for the WWE title as well. I just think there's a lot to explore there, and the fact that Daniel Cormier is a WWE fan just makes it interesting enough for me to go, give that a go. Why not? Literally, what have you got to lose? It's better that having it defended in the octagon than not defending it at all, and that's what we've got right now. It would bring some new excitement to WWE. I agree, Taylor. I think you're absolutely right. Daze, I found a Rob Van Dam in Home Bargains, surrounded by Eva Marie's. Ugh! I'm going to Raw tomorrow. Have a great time, dude. Well, I'll be watching Raw, so have a great time. Ciampa is a better heel. That is absolutely true. Tommaso Ciampa, I think, will be great when he gets called up. I mean, like, his entrance music is people booing him. That is genius. That is brilliant. So, yeah, I'm very interested for when he gets called up. But there's no denying there's a real lack of big heels on the main roster at the moment. Maybe Strowman could cash in at UFC. Not sure UFC would go for that because I think that might make UFC fans are into it because it's real and it's gritty and it's real fighting and all of that kind of stuff. So a Strowman cash in at UFC kind of goes against all of that, and I don't think the UFC crowd would react very well. I can see a lot of people booing and a lot of negativity, and so I'm not sure they would go that way. It's still a good idea though. Shout out please, England versus Croatia. Who will win? Joshy Monster is here. I honestly think it's a 50-50 game. I think England are doing very well, but this is a real test. Croatia have been one of the best teams in the tournament, just not recently. Past couple of matches been a little bit tricky for them. England are flying high. I think England will definitely be going into this match with a lot of motivation. They're on cloud nine. The whole country is bouncing at the moment with excitement. Right now, if I had to put money on it, with how everything's going, I think it's a 50-50 game. I think England could do it. I really think England could do it. I'm going to record my reactions to that match as well. And that is going to be insane because this is 50-50. And the winner of that match is in the World Cup final. England have got there once. 1966. That was the last time and only time that we've ever got to a World Cup final. If you're in the UK right now, then you'll know how exciting it is. If you're in America, Canada, Chile, as someone was earlier, then you might not know, or you might not see on TV like how excited everyone is. Streets are rammed. Like after the game, everyone pours out onto the streets. There's brilliant pictures from London where there's people in the streets dancing around. It's chaotic. It is chaotic. It's crazy scenes. And that was the quarter-final. Imagine what it's going to be like on Wednesday for the semi-final. And then I think the final is on Sunday. I'm just crazy. Do you think Ciampa will win the NXT title? Yes. I think Ciampa will. And I can see him having a match against Johnny Gargano. And then I think Johnny will beat Tommaso for the title. Hi, Daze. I've missed the last few live streams. Sorry. No worries, dude. Well, thank you for joining us on this one. We've kind of been talking a little bit about wrestling. We've just spoke quite a bit about the UFC and Brock Lesnar. Kind of given my thoughts across on that. Daze, I have a random question, but do you know the Northern Ireland accent? I kind of know it, yes. I've heard people obviously from Northern Ireland, which is a place that I do really want to go to. I want Drew to turn on Dolph and have an IC match. That would be cool, right? That would be cool. But what I would like is I would like for Dolph and for Drew to become the Raw Tag Team Champions. I think that Drew needs a title. I think Dolph would look awesome with the IC belt and a tag belt. So he would have 2 titles, and then you've got Drew McIntyre next to him with the other championship as well, the Raw Tag Team Championship. And then you could even have Drew go after the Universal further down the road. Because one way or another, I don't see Brock Lesnar being the Universal Champion by the end of the year. He's dropping that title at some point, I'm sure of it. I just don't know when, and I don't even know who to. There's lots of moving parts. Could be Roman in a rematch. Could be Bobby Lashley. They might just pull the trigger on Bobby Lashley and go with Bobby Lashley. It might be that Braun Strowman cash in does it. It's hard to say. It's really hard to say. I want Michael Cole to win the IC Championship. Well, wouldn't that be confusing? Who do you prefer? Samoa Joe or Triple H? I don't know. I mean, at the moment, obviously Samoa Joe, but I think Triple H has achieved quite a bit. And I've got a lot of love and respect for Triple H because of how awesome a job he's done with NXT and the UK brand as well. So, hard one to answer. Think England will versus Croatia will be a boring game. Well, maybe. I honestly don't care. It could be the most boring game in the world, but as long as England win and get through to the final, I'm still freaking out. So there's no way that game is going to be boring to me. No way, because it's going to be tense when Croatia have got the ball, and I'm going to be cheering on England when England have got the ball. So, BM Vlogs, shout out to you, my friend. I think WWE should invest more on Woken Matt Hardy because it was good in TNA and it hasn't worked so far in WWE. Yeah, I agree. I think they've put him with Bray and it's kind of now he doesn't work, does it? I mean, he's not getting much time on the mic. They've only done the one deletion thing. Yeah, it's not weird enough at the moment. The character's there. But we've only seen the rest of his universe once. Do you think Kenny Omega will ever come to WWE? Maybe one day, but I don't see it being for a while because I think he really does want to put WWE on the map, put New Japan Pro Wrestling on the map. I mean, he is the man that has got the main belt at the moment, so he's got a lot of pressure on his shoulders. So we'll have to see. It's my birthday tomorrow. Can you go full screen and sing happy birthday? Well, if it's tomorrow, I'll do that tomorrow because obviously we're live streaming tomorrow. So it would make sense to do it on your actual birthday. Broken Matt Hardy is the best thing that happened to TNA. Yeah, probably. I agree with that. Shout out to the Lakota Carter Show. I like that name. That's pretty cool. I like that. Sorry to hear that Boss Gaming Boa was ill. Daze, what do you like? Daze, what do you like, Woken Matt Hardy? I don't really understand that question, dude. Shout out my sister, Jessica McGrath. There we go. Done. Boom. Omega is coming next year, you think? Maybe. I think he will. Next year might be a bit too soon. I don't know. Can I have a shout out? And also, do you think Rusev will win against AJ Styles? LM Productions, shout out to you. And no, I think AJ will retain. So we've been live streaming for, wow, nearly 50 minutes according to this, 45 minutes or so. So let me just cover a couple of things whilst I see some new names have joined us. In 15 subs time. So if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe because when we get into the 15 subs, then we will spin the Wheel of Fun. I've still got the lemon from yesterday, which is here, and I can tell you it's been here all night, so it's looking pretty moody. So if it lands on forfeit, then I will cut the lemon with the spife. The spife is here. Yeah. So the spife is here. So that is the forfeit. Slam attack, obviously, if it lands on that, we've still got some slam attack cards to open and give away. If it lands on giveaway, then I've got the giveaway box full of giveaways. And WWE fan has jumped onto the game. Oh my god, I don't know where I'm going to put you, WWE fan. WWE fan, like it's full. Okay. Can I squeeze you next to Tom? Maybe I might be able to. Let me try. WWE Dude, thank God you've got a smallish name. WWE fan is on the board. I probably will jig that around to get you a little bit more space, but you are there for now. There we go, look. WWE fan on the board, along with all the other names. If anyone else joins, I am now officially in trouble because there is no room on this board now. That is like... So let me tell you about the game because we mentioned it at the start of the stream. We are now 50 minutes in, so I will mention it one more time. As you've just seen there, WWE fan has donated and is now in the game. Welcome to WWE fan. So it's a brand new game that we've started. I'm very excited about it. It's $10 to join, or £7 English or whatever the equivalent is wherever it is you live in the world, right? So what you do is you got $50 million to spend, okay? And out of that 50 million, you need to pick your wrestlers. So there's some 5 million ones, 10 million, 15, and 20. You can't have any more than 5 wrestlers. You can't spend any more than 50 million. Those are the only rules. So you need to pick your stable. Pick your stable. And then what happens is every time there's Raw and SmackDown, if one of your wrestlers has a match, you get 3 points. If they win the match, you get another 2 points. But if they lose the match, you lose 2 points. That is how it works. So, yeah, and then the person with the most points at the end is the winner and will get a prize. So if you can play for free. If you play for free, then you don't get your name on the board. You don't get entry into the official league table, and you're not eligible to win the prizes. But you can still play and see how well you do. I would urge everyone, pick your stable name, and let me know how you are getting on. But if you do want to join, officially join, then it's $10 or £7. You get your name on the board, which will be in the background of all the videos that are done down here. You also get your name on the official league table that gets sent out every Wednesday. I will also work the points out for you, so you haven't even got to mess around with anything. Once you're in, you are in, and I do the work for you. And you are also eligible to win the prizes. Whoever finishes first, second, and third. The other incentive as well is, can you beat me? Can you beat me? I can't win the prizes, but I'm still going to be in the league. So who can pick the best stable of wrestlers? Oh man, I know I keep saying it. I am proper into this game, and it starts tomorrow. That is it. The first points will be earned from Raw tomorrow. So there we go. Jax doesn't think that WWE is even going to exist in 2020. I feel that it will. It's been around since 1960, early 1960s, and it was known as Capital Wrestling, and then it left the NWA, which was the National Wrestling Alliance. All of the, in fact, I don't know if people know the history of WWE. Let me tell you the history of WWE very quickly. So, all the different parts of America used to have their own wrestling company, and New York had Capital Wrestling. All these different wrestling companies all had an agreement that they would work with each other. That agreement was the NWA, the National Wrestling Alliance. So they would share wrestlers, and one champion would go around all of the different shows, and he was the NWA champion. That was the biggest prize that you could win in wrestling, to be the NWA champion. So in the 60s, WWE decided they didn't want to be in the NWA anymore. They didn't feel it was working, so they came out of it. When they came out, they changed their name to the WWF, Worldwide Wrestling Federation. When they got to the 70s, the late 70s, it changed to WWF, World Wrestling Federation. And then, of course, Vince McMahon took over, started expanding, taking over some of the other wrestling companies. Eventually, he became one of the only wrestling companies in America, and was huge. And then, obviously, WrestleMania was born and all of that. And then in the early 2000s, because of the World Wildlife Fund, WWF, they had to change their name, because the World Wildlife Fund were WWF before WWF were WWF, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So they had to change their name, so they changed it to WWE. That is a very quick history of WWE. If he only stayed longer to win the IWGP title, what, Kenny Omega? Yeah, I understand that, but I just don't think he's going to go to WWE. I might be wrong, but I just don't think he will go there anytime soon, because they don't have the best record at booking talent. You know, if you look at how they're using Finn Balor compared to how New Japan used him, if you look at how they're using Seth Rollins at the moment, you know, he's one of the best wrestlers in the world, yet what's he doing? He's just lost the IC title. He's got a rematch for it, but he's not fighting Brock or anything, is he, at the moment? AJ's been booked okay. I will give them that. AJ's been booked okay. But look at how they've used Gallows and Anderson. So, honestly, there's big reservations from New Japan talent about coming over to WWE, because it might be more money, but you just don't get booked as strong, you know? History days. Oh, I love that. Balor was never IWGP champion, though. No, well, not heavyweight champion, but I don't understand what that means. Daze, you're the best. You're my favourite YouTube. Thank you very much, my friend. You should have got the beaver from the toy hunt as a friend for Peter. Well, we could always go back. I did love that little beaver thing. It's really funny. Really, really cool. Honestly, I was standing there thinking, I bet the Cringe Crew would love this guy. I honestly think the Cringe Crew would love it. And that's why I didn't buy it, because I'm not here to make you happy. Can you do the floss, please? Oh, is that the thingy dance? I've never even tried. How long's the stream for? I think we'll be around for another hour or so. I mean, like, I've not got to go off and do anything, so I'm quite happy to stick around for another hour. Hopefully get another Wheel of Fun through. So yeah, if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe. And also keep telling me your stables. Keep telling me the wrestlers that you've picked. I want to know. I want to know who people are choosing. I can tell you. I think the most popular. This is unbelievable. In fact, let me get the mic. This is unbelievable. But the most popular wrestler, I think, that has been chosen so far out of the list below, yeah? Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin, I think, is the most popular. I think it's because he does have matches, and there's a chance he could win those matches. And he's in the 10 million column. But Baron Corbin, I would say, has probably been the most popular pick so far. WWE will be gone within 10 years. Okay, that's all right, Jax. That's a bit better. Daze, do you watch What Culture Wrestling? I do not, my friend, simply because of time, and certainly I'll have even less time. What with World of Sport Wrestling starting and the NXT UK brand, so yeah. Electric Mudkip, how you doing? A long time friend of the channel. Electric Mudkip is here. To join, if you want to, you can play along at home for free. Yeah, let's get that message out there. You can play at home for free. But if you want to get your name on the board and you want to be in the official league and all of that kind of stuff, then it's £7. That gets you in for the whole month of July, or $10. And you just do it through a super chat. Make sure you ask permission first, though. I don't want to be told off, Days. So yeah, 33 sounds good. Do an all-nighter live stream. Well, I'm gonna do that. I've said, right, how about this? Doesn't matter where I am in the world, doesn't matter what I'm doing, when this gets to 99,900, yeah? So we have got a bit to wait, another 14,000 odd subscribers, yeah? So that's not going to be soon, but maybe in a few months, when it gets there, then I will live stream. I want to be live streaming the second this channel hits 100,000. So that is going to be, if it's at night, then it'll be at night. It could be 3 in the morning, 4, 5, 6. I don't care if I'm in a cinema. I don't care if I'm watching a play at the theatre. I don't care if I'm in the middle of nowhere, then I'll just do it on my phone. Whatever's happening, I will live stream when this gets to 99,000 and we will have some fun. Do you have an Eddie Guerrero? Well, I thought I did, and then someone asked me this yesterday. It may have been yourself, and I couldn't find one, but I was pretty sure that I did have one. But it doesn't look like I do, you know, which I'm absolutely amazed by. I am absolutely amazed by it. Oh, I do have one! I just found one! There! I was like, looked at the back there, I do. It's the Hall of Fame, Eddie Guerrero. Do you know what? I didn't even know I'd pick this up. Like, I've literally just had a look behind the Heenan family pack that I've got. It's a big pack, so it hides figures. So I've just moved that out of the way. And I got this, by the way, for Big John Studd. Let me go full screen. Big John Studd, look. This is the Heenan family pack. That Big John Studd, that is the only Big John Studd figure they've made. Very cool. Great wrestler from the 80s. And the only way you can get Big John Studd is by getting this Heenan family pack. Nice Bobby Heenan in there as well. I do like the one they released recently, though. So, yeah, very, very cool. Super Chat shows money in Indian rupees. Okay, hang on. Let me have a look and see how many rupees. Indian rupees to GDP. So let's do, how many is 10 rupees? 10 rupees is I don't even know. Hang on, let's go back. Let's do 1,000 rupees. Right, that's too much. 750 rupees, that's too much. 7 rupees. 700, 650, 649, 645, 644, 643, 642. There we go. So, I don't know if you can see there, but Indian rupees, 642 is worth £7. Okay? There you go. So, 642 is £7. So, I think it was Harsh that asked that. So, it would be 642 rupees, which sounds like a lot, but apparently that's worth £7. So we was talking about Eddie Guerrero. There he is as well. Look, with a Latino heat top, which is very cool. Comes with those flowers as well, those roses. Obviously a separate rose. And you've got Eddie there. Nice Eddie figure. And not much on the back, but it says class of 2006. So there we go. I do have an Eddie Guerrero. The Nacho Man is it? Oh yeah! The Nacho Man. Very, very cool, dude. I think you'll be setting off a zombie figure. I've got a zombie figure here that I can like counter it with. I've got zombie Brock Lesnar. There's zombie Brock Lesnar. I wonder if they'll be friends. Go on, say hello. Whoa, look at this. He's not scared, is he? Go away! I thought he was going to be scared then and disappear instantly, but he did not. Daze, I've got the Kamala Elite figure today in Smith's. Smith's had it. That's unusual. That's very cool though, dude. I showed mine yesterday. Mine is broken and not in the Matt Hardy way. So I'm a little bit disappointed about that. Kenny Omega is overrated. I don't know about that. I really did enjoy that match last night he had against Cody Rhodes. In fact, you can see my reaction to that on the channel. Yeah, check it out if you haven't, because I really enjoyed it. This is my second amount to join. Oh, the Nacho Man is in. The Nacho Man. Oh, dude, but I haven't got any room, dude. Okay, right. Let me. We can do this together. Let's go. The Nacho Man. Okay, right. The Nacho Man. You are there, but I will redo this so that you've got more room than that, because I appreciate that is small. But you are on there, right? So I'm not going to forget. You're there. You're on the board. I am now really running out of room, but I will get that refigured. So the Nacho Man, can you please let me know your team name? I don't know if you have already. Do it on Twitter. Do it on Facebook. Make sure that you've not spent any more than 50 million on your team, and let me know your team name as well. I am shocked Meltzer gave NXT matches 5 stars, seeing as he only does that for Japan because he is biased. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, like, that's been reported a few times, hasn't it? I mean, there's been some big matches that he's not given 5 stars to. But in all fairness, you know, the quality from NXT is ever improving. I mean, I don't know if all of those matches he gave 5 stars to deserved it from NXT this year. The Johnny versus Almas match, I feel like it did. And so it's just nice to see NXT getting some recognition. I'll be very interested to see what he gives Cody versus Kenny from last night, because for me that wasn't 5 stars. I'd still say it was like 4.5, 4.25. But I'd just be interested to see what he gives it. Did you see the England versus Sweden game? Yeah, I did. I absolutely loved it. Had a great time. Peter versus Tyler at NXT should have been rated better. Totally agree. Totally agree. I mean, thankfully NXT recognised it as their match of the year. And it was my match of the year as well, for WWE-wise, of course. Jericho has had over 1,500 matches in WWE and has had 4.75 or less. Oh, that skipped very quickly. Daze, do you think Seth Rollins will be Universal Champion? Yes, absolutely. His performances are not going unrecognised. And I think WWE may have taken the title off him, the IC title, to free him up to go on for that Universal Championship. I mean, it's very evident that the title will come off Brock this year. Brock's going back to UFC, and he's just not going to be messing around with WWE. I just don't see that happening. So Brock's going to go. That means the title will be defended more than what we've seen recently. And so Seth Rollins is at the front of that queue. I really think Seth Rollins is going to be there or thereabouts. I'm not saying it will happen this year, but I'm very interested to see how it happens. Daze, I'm your pappy. Well, I told you not to come on the live streams, didn't I? Daze, you should have brought the beaver and named him Tyler so that you could have your own Peter versus Tyler. Oh, that's very clever. You're talking about Peter the Cringe Bear. You're talking about having Peter the Cringe Bear versus Tyler the Beaver. Tyler Beaver, Tyler Beaver, Tyler Beaver. Na 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 na. Daze, do you think Brock will stay in UFC? Do I think he'll stay in UFC? Yes, I do. I don't even think it matters if he wins or loses. I think that he will go back to UFC. I think he's done with WWE. I mean, like, he doesn't care. He picks up paychecks. He's getting pretty negative reactions now in WWE, so I'm not sure if those paychecks are going to be as juicy going forward. I think his plan is very clever, because I think that he is going to go to UFC, spend some time there, raise his profile again, maybe, have another heavyweight championship run if he manages to win that. And then he can always go back to WWE and be this megastar again, I think his appeal is diminishing at the moment because he's not been in UFC for a while. His last fight was 2016. There was obviously, drug problems with that fight as well. And so, yeah, he probably could do with going back to UFC and just raising that profile a little bit. Daze, do you think anywhere in the next 10 years WWE will have Omega versus McGregor? I don't see it. I don't see it. I just think there's too many hoops that need to be, jumped through. Conor McGregor just doesn't need the money. I mean, he's never going to turn down good money, but he doesn't need it either. And he's been very vocal about, not being into the WWE product. I think he's got respect for those that make big money. So I think he respects Vince McMahon, Triple H, the people that are running the show. He's got no time for the likes of Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega's not making anywhere near what he would make in WWE. And Conor doesn't even rate WWE, so no, I don't see it. Watch the Eddie Bedtime Stories. It is the best promo. Daze, is Finn Balor going to get the Universal strap again? I feel he's not appreciated. Yeah, I mean, what I keep hearing is that they want to try and get Finn Balor over, not the Demon King. They want people to want to watch Finn Balor, not just constantly cheering and waiting for the Demon King, which is fine. I understand that, but I don't know if it's working. Like, he needs to have a Universal Championship match. They need to put him in there with Brock and see what he can do. Because at the moment, he's bobbing around the Intercontinental Championship. Like most people, because Brock's not defending the Universal. They've got a big problem with Brock Lesnar. Would you like to see Omega versus Seth? Of course I would. Yes, who wouldn't? Kenny Omega is amazing. Do you think Grimm will be in WWE? I don't. Well, not as a wrestler. They might bring him in for like a network thing and have him do something there. I mean, he's massively popular on YouTube. He gets big numbers. I'm sure WWE are seeing that. I don't think they probably appreciate the bad language, but I don't think that would put them off either. But I just don't think they would use him in the ring. There's no need to use him in the ring. But I could see them using him for something. Daze, can I see the board? You can, my friend, yes. WWE fan, you are there. And as I said, I will rework this at some point to make that a bit bigger for you. The Nacho Man definitely needs a bit more up here. But this has been so... I know I keep saying it, but it's been so popular. I wasn't ready for like all these people to join in. So very, very cool. Bate versus Rollins will be an awesome match. Bate versus... Yeah, it would. I agree. I think Seth's winning it, but there's no need to rush. Jericho was just in WWE for that Greatest Rumble thing. That is true. There was big rumours that Jericho, like they were going to use Jericho more. But I think they probably held off doing that once they heard that he was going to go back to New Japan. I don't know if he told them he was going to be champion or not. I've not heard anything about that. I'd be interested to know. I wonder if Vince knew that Jericho was going to become the Intercontinental IWGP champion. I mean, Vince would have known that he was going back, but did Jericho tell Vince the plan that he was going to be a champion? Does that even change anything? I know that Jericho's worried that at any point Vince could turn around and go, you know, screw this. You're meant to be a WWE talent, but yet you're over there working for them. So I know that he's a little concerned about that. So I reckon he probably did speak to him beforehand. Rey and Jericho are just free agents. That is true. See, I don't know what's worse, Brock Lesnar still having the title or the fact that it's been 2 years and we still don't know who threw the pie at Kevin Owens. Yeah, that is the level of WWE, isn't it? That legitimately is one of the biggest stories happening. Happened. People wanted to know who threw the pie at Kevin Owens. Kane or Harry Kane? Well, it's got to be Harry Kane at the moment. I do love the Team Hell No reunion, but I am loving the World Cup more. So personally, I would love to see Daniel Bryan team up with Harry Kane. And that was cheeky, man. Did you see WWE the other day on SmackDown? Were making out that Kane was trending on Twitter. They even showed the graphic and they said, trending worldwide right now, Kane on Twitter. And then when you actually went to Twitter and you clicked on it, it was all about England because our striker, the person that has been scoring most of our goals, his name is Harry Kane. And Kane spelt the exact same way, Kane. And that's what it was about. It wasn't about Kane from WWE, but they still made out that it was. Cheeky little monkeys. Aren't they cheeky little monkeys? Soccer, I don't like that sport at all. It's pretty popular, dude. It's pretty popular. Apparently those kids that are down that mine, that cave in Thailand, 4 of them got out today, I heard, which is awesome. And apparently one of the questions they had is, what's happening with the World Cup? So, like, they're trapped in the middle of the earth. And, like, one of the biggest things that they're focused on is who's winning the World Cup? What's happening? What's the latest news? I think one of them's wearing an England shirt as well. Do you know what I would love, right? And they might not have the strength to do this. It might not be possible. But I think what would be really cool is once they're all out, and they've been to hospital, and we know they're all okay, have them walk out at the World Cup final. Have them, because they're a football team, so keep both of the 2 finalist teams back, and have that team that from Thailand that's currently trapped in the cave, have that football team go out first as official mascots or whatever, and have them go out so that the whole crowd, the whole world can applaud them, because that is insane. They have been trapped in that cave for 2 weeks. Apparently, to get out of it, you've got to swim underwater for a mile. A mile. And parts of it are that narrow that you can't fit through with an oxygen tank. You've got to go through and drag it behind you. And you're doing all of this in murky, dirty water. It's crazy. It is crazy what they are going through. If England doesn't win, who do you want to win the World Cup? That's a really good question. Uh, to be to be honest, I really don't mind. Like, there's no team that I really don't want. I think all the teams have played well. I think Belgium have got a great team. Croatia, they've only got like 4 million people in their country, but they're in a semi-final, so that is fantastic. I don't want them to win, of course. I want England to win, but I think that would be nice if they went on to win. France have won it before, so Belgium haven't, Croatia haven't, so I would go with one of those two, either Belgium or Croatia. American football is better. Fair enough. Um, hey, what did I miss? Not much. We've been talking about New Japan. We've been talking about Brock Lesnar. We've been talking about UFC. Obviously, we've not really spoken about Takahashi, with what is a suspected broken neck. I mean, that is just awful. It was a great match as well that he was having against Dragon Lee last night at the G1 special. And I know some of you don't watch New Japan. That's absolutely fine. But still worth knowing that Takahashi is one of the biggest stars in New Japan, in all of wrestling, really. One of the best junior heavyweights in the world, if not the best. And in fact, that's what the match last night was all about. He was trying to prove that he was the best, taking on Dragon Lee. And there was a moment where he's dumped on his head, and it looks like he's potentially broken his neck. That is crazy. Obviously, really upsetting news. I've not seen if there's been an update. In fact, I should have a look now and see if any news is broken. Takahashi Wrestling news. I'm not sure. Hiromu Takahashi hospitalized. No, I can't see any news yet about that injury, but obviously thoughts are definitely with him. Rushed to hospital, suffers injury. Awful. Hey Daze, hope you're okay. Just to let you know, they're reporting they've received 6 of the boys now. Oh, brilliant. Thank you for letting me know. That's weird. I'd heard it was 4, and then I heard that they had stopped because of apparently it was raining again. Obviously it's very dangerous. So yeah, that's great. That's great news that they've got 6 out. 4, it doesn't matter, 4 or 6. They need to find out how they got in there so far, though. Have you seen like how far it takes hours to get to them? Like, a mile is underwater, and it takes hours to swim. Hours and hours. I mean, like, as a diver, you must just be absolutely shattered. Can't even imagine it. Hey, Wrestling Days, remember Josh Barnett getting mad at Jay White last night? I did, yeah. Some people are saying that was real. That was like a shoot because they barged into the commentary table. I think it was all a work. I don't believe that he really jumped into the ring and lost his mind and all of this kind of stuff. So yeah, it's the whole show was fascinating. I thought it was a great show wrestling wise, and of course it would be. But there was like a lot of stuff that was happening, and obviously Bullet Club imploding at the end as well. And how great was it seeing King Haku? Absolutely awesome. Lol. Daze is the best YouTuber. Thank you very much, Electric Mudkip. I hope you're well, my friend. We are 13 away. Hey, subs from the next wheel, just so you know. Hey, Daze, how can I get a kids magazine in the US? How can you get a kids magazine in the US? You could try Wrestling Shop. I know that they do ship and I don't think it costs much to get one sent over there. And I know they had kids magazines, and they will send them worldwide. As far as I know, there's no place in America, like no shops that sell them, unfortunately. But yeah, have a look online. Start with Wrestling Shop and take it from there. Have you seen my tweet on Twitter for my wrestlers and team name? I feel like I have. I feel like I have, dude. I will double check though, and have a look. Yes. Yes, I've seen that you sent it 10 minutes ago. Got that. Hi Daze, how long have you been collecting wrestling figures? Not that long, dude. Not that long. I mean, like I started when I was a kid, and then I stopped because I just didn't really like the Jax figures. I bought a load of Jax figures. I did have one around that I was showing the other day. Down here. Is it the Owen? I think it's Owen Hart. There we go. So I did get some Jax. There's an Owen Hart figure, which was shown on the stream the other day. I'll go full screen. There we go, look. So, yeah, that is a really nice Owen Hart. I'm the real excellence of execution. So, yeah, we got the... I did get some Jax figures, but to be honest, not many. And I would say between 19... stopped. Do you think the firing squad will somehow make the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega leave New Japan? I don't think so. I don't think that's where it's going. We've got this whole... I mean, I don't know what's happening with the Bullet Club. It's fascinating. New Japan is fascinating at the moment because Cody came down, and I expected Cody to be the ringleader of the firing squad. I honestly thought he was going to attack Kenny, and he didn't. So, yeah, crazy. Crazy. I don't know what's happening there. Fandango got injured. That's a shame. I mean, like, it's not... I don't think that's a massive loss, because they're really not doing much with Breezango at the moment. Did you see the Fandango tweet? I've not, but I can see people are talking about it. I don't know how long he's out for, but that might be great news for Tyler Breeze. Honestly, that might be really good news for Tyler Breeze. Goodbye to BM Vlogs. Hello to Mandy Floria. R.I.P. Ed Guerrero, Owen Hart, Vader. Absolutely. Toys R Us still carries Jax Deluxe Aggression. No way. Did they? Man, that's crazy. 10 away from the next wheel, yes. Please make custom figures. Can't really do custom figures because I have tried them before, like long time ago. I'm just no good at them. I'm no good at them. I could like try and practice and all that kind of stuff. That just seems like a lot of work. So I'd rather do other things. Yesterday I had the Wheel of Fun song stuck in my head. Today it's Adam Bomb Baby. Wrestling Days, do you remember me? Of course I do, my friend. I hope you're well. Slam Master J Day. They should start that. They should start a Slam Master J Day. Dean Ambrose should be back soon. Yeah, I've heard it's around SummerSlam time. Around SummerSlam, he will be returning. Tyler Breeze, Tyler Breeze, Tyler Breeze. Na 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 na. Yes. Please review the Hardy Boys epic moments. I don't have it, dude. They're really hard to get here in the UK. You can get them online. They're a little bit expensive. They're a bit expensive, so yeah, just tricky because of money. Shout out to who am I shouting out? Mandy Floria. Shout out to you. Do you have Fortnite? I don't, my friend. I don't. Do you have Jax Series 8 Vader? I'm not sure. I feel like I've got Vader in this series, which I can try and find. It might just be over there. They need to make New Japan figures. That would be very, very cool. I'd definitely be into that. It'd be great to have the Bullet Club in figure form. Yes, I agree. Well, I mean, like, New Japan's expanding, isn't it? New Japan Pro Wrestling's getting bigger all the time. They're doing, obviously, more shows in America now. They've even just announced some more. They did a show the other week in the UK as well. So they're really branching out. They've got a good partnership with Fire Pro Wrestling. Yeah, they're all over that game, and that game's going to be fantastic. I mean, it's out on PC, but comes out for PS4 and Xbox. I think it's August time, might even be the end of July. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that game. So it wouldn't surprise me to see figures coming out. Daze, did you see Lana in her bikini watching the Russia-Croatia penalty shootout? It was awkward. That sounds awkward. Conor McGrath, do you have Hulk Hogan figure? Yeah, I got one here. Which actually, do you know what? Really good point. We was talking about defining moments earlier. This is a great defining moment because it comes with that old WWE Championship. You see that? That is the old championship. That went on to become the Winged Eagle, and obviously went on to become, the WWE Championship. It's obviously WWF Championship here. But yeah, very, very cool. I can't remember what it's known as. It might be known as the Hogan 86. Might be known as the Hogan 86 belt. But that's that. And that's the only way you can get that belt is with the defining moments. Hulkamania Hulk Hogan, which I think is a great figure. Yeah, love that. Shame that, like, it all fell apart between Hulk Hogan and WWE. I know they're looking at bringing him back, but they could have made some awesome figures, Mattel, had he have stuck around. I know that NWO Hollywood Hogan figure was on the verge of getting a release. Hopefully it still does one day. Are you live streaming tonight for Extreme Rules tonight? Is that not? That's next. That's not tonight, is it? You're making me question that now, but I'm pretty sure that's not tonight. Extreme Rules 2018 is the 15th of July. It's next Sunday, dude. You're a week early. But yes, I will be live streaming for that show. And man, I'll have to try and get some figure giveaways. We always go bigger, don't we? We always go bigger when it comes to the pay-per-view shows. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll try and see if I can find some figures to give away. Adam Bomb, baby! Ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum. Who would you say is the best Bullet Club leader? I would say Kenny. The reason I would say Kenny is because I really feel that since he became the Bullet Club leader, I really think more eyes have been on the New Japan product than when Finn was the Bullet Club leader, or AJ was the Bullet Club leader. As big as AJ was, I think since 2016, I think New Japan these past couple of year and a half, has really gone to another level. And that's largely thanks to Okada. It's largely thanks to Kenny Omega as well. And I suppose, Naito. Not so much Tanahashi. Tanahashi's always been there, for a long, long time. But I do think it's like Okada, Naito, Kenny Omega. So I'd say Omega. Daze, should the Hurricane return? And if so, to what brand? I like the Hurricane, but I don't think there's a need for the Hurricane. I think WWE have got more than enough talent. I'm not sure they need any more. I mean, there's some great stars down in down in NXT. If you put like the Hurricane, bring him back and put him on, say, SmackDown, that could be a spot that the Velveteen Dream could have instead, you know. So no, I don't think there's a real need to do that. Do common nursery rhymes. You shouldn't get copyrighted for those ones. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Do you think so? Put review on the Wheel of Fun. Yeah, I was thinking of doing a figure review, but I'm not sure if people would want it on the Wheel of Fun. Hurricane could go to 205 Live. That's a good point. That's a good point. He might bring some a bit different to 205 Live. I think they want 205 Live, though, to not be... I can't see Triple H going down that comedy kind of road. You don't tend to get too much comedy in NXT or too much comedy in 205 Live under Triple H. In fact, I mean, look at what they've done with Drew Gulak. He's kind of moved away from that comedy PowerPoint presentation stuff, hasn't he? Which I think is a shame. I thought that was good for his character. So, yeah, it might be fun, but I'm not sure they're going that way. Don't think anyone holds the copyright for Twinkle Twinkle Little Star or Jack and Jill, etc. I love how you've been doing your research there, dude. Good work. Daze, if you had 1 hour of live, would you rather watch all of Eva Marie's matches or listen to her theme for an hour? Man. That's tough. Probably her matches, only because I could see her theme getting really annoying after an hour. At least with her matches, there's someone else I can watch. I'm sure there's parts of her matches that have been okay. I don't want to watch them. Can you check Twitter? Yeah, I can do that. Have you sent some? There we go. Our very own Mr. Monkey is at it again with Slam Dust. Slam Master J's face put onto the body of Gold Dust, which gives us Slam Dust. I mean, the work that goes into that, there's no doubt about it. Some of the best work on the internet. To the point where I've retweeted that, dude. Daze, what's your favourite John Cena match? Honestly, I love the one he had against Rob Van Dam for the title. I thought the crowd made that match. I also love the one he had against AJ at the Royal Rumble. So there's been a few. Who is Slam Master J? You might know Jesse and Festus. When they kind of split up, Jesse went on to become Slam Master J. It's a character which I honestly can't remember that much about. We found a Slam Master J card when we did a Slam Attack opening, and that meant we went back, looked into Slam Master J, and now Slam Master J is the most popular thing on this live stream, like easily more so than me. So yeah, very cool. Check out some Slam Master J. Do you think they should bring back Suicide? I don't think they can they? It was a play off that rapper comedy movie. Oh, which one? I don't know which rapper comedy movie that was. Do you remember the ECW One Night Stand match against Rob Van Dam? Yes, that was the one. That was the one, dude. One Night Stand. You forgot the name of it. Yeah, that's fine. I should imagine it was awful. Why'd you keep asking? I just explained who Slam Master J was, dude. Literally just explained. He was Jesse out of Jesse and Festus. He wasn't around for long, but you can find clips of him. He's like as I said in the video the other day, he's like a poor man's Thugonomics John Cena. Daze, you know how to make customs? Well, I can, but I don't know how to make good ones. There's a difference between making them and making them look good. So, yeah, I don't fall into the making them look good category. Daze, who's your favourite commentator? There's not many good ones out there, is there? It's a bit of a struggle. I gotta be honest, I didn't even like JR from last night. I would say probably Nigel McGuinness at the moment. I really like Nigel McGuinness and what he's doing. So yeah, maybe Nigel McGuinness. I think Corey Graves can be a laugh sometimes. Sometimes gets a bit cringy, and I enjoy. We all know I enjoy that as well. We all no problem with a bit of cringe. But I feel like I learn a little bit more when I listen to Nigel McGuinness. Mamma Mia, what Mauro Ranallo? Yeah, the Mamma Mia bit just gets to me after a while. Do you think England will get to the final? I do. I really do. We love cringe. We do. We are the cringe crew. Cringe crew. Yes. So yes, we do love cringe. Hello to Dark Owl. That's not a name that I recognise. Mauro. Yeah, I do love Mauro Ranallo. I think the thing with Mauro though is the bar is set very high. But when Nigel came onto commentary, I mean, like, we hadn't seen Nigel do it before the UK tournament in 2017. So he's only been around for like a year and a half. I think he's been a real breath of fresh air. I really like him. Football's coming home. I hope so. Corey ain't bad. No, I agree. He's not. I don't mind Corey Graves. Slam Master J for president. Hello to Ryan Payne. How are you, my friend? Okay, so we're about 20 minutes away, right? About 20 minutes away from the end of the live stream. Amazingly, we have been going for 1 hour 40. So I think you like Nigel because he's British, lol. But I do support any British talent that I can, of course. But no, legitimately, I think he does explain a lot of the moves, a lot of the different holds. Better than, say, Percy Watson. Certainly better than Byron Saxton. Michael Cole is Michael Cole. Yeah, I think it would be between Mauro Ranallo and Nigel McGuinness. But anyway, let me talk about a few things. So we are 9 away from the wheel. If anyone's watching this and they want to subscribe, hit the subscribe. And when we get to 85,350, we will spin the wheel. It might be a giveaway. It might be like we open up some Slam Attack cards. That's how we found Slam Master J. It might be that I have to eat some of the lemon that has been here, like literally just on this shelf all night. Like, I don't want to eat the lemon anyway, but I don't want to eat a lemon that's just been chilling down here with God knows what crawling around. Like, we are literally in a basement. There's no two ways about that. So yes, that's what's happening with the wheel. Shout out to Ryan Wrestling. Did you ever watch Impact Wrestling? Not much. This will be the final mention of the game as well, because I'm already overwhelmed with how many people have signed up. But if there is anyone out there that wants to join, then let me explain for one last time that it is easy to take part, and hopefully it's going to be a lot of fun. So you can play for free at home. You've got 50 million, and you just pick your wrestlers. You can have no more than 5, and you can spend no more than 50 million. And you pick your wrestlers. So you got 20 million wrestlers, 15, 10, and 5. So you pick your wrestlers, and then, as I said, you spend no more than 50 million, and you can't have any more than 5. You can have less, and you can spend less if you want to. So once you've got your stable, then all you do is watch Raw, watch SmackDown. Every time one of your wrestlers has a match, you get 3 points. When they win the match, you get 2 points, another 2 points. But if they lose the match, you lose 2 points. And that is it. Really simple. Really, really simple. I've kept it as simple as possible. If you do want to donate to the channel, though, obviously that's massively appreciated. It massively helps the channel. So, yes, if you want to donate, then it is $10 or £7. And for that, you get your name on the board, which is running out of room. And that will be held up by Hulk Hogan, who promises me he won't be a racist anymore. So, yes, you get your name on the board. Hulkster will hold that up. So you will be in the background of all the videos in July that are done down here. Not only that, you will be in the official league table. I will send this out every Wednesday. And you can see how your stable is doing. And basically, if you win, you can win prizes. So first, second, and third in the league will win prizes. And so you'd be eligible for that as well. So I'm very excited by it. I'm amazed at how many people have signed up for it. As we said, thank you to everyone. In fact, let me go full screen to show. Thank you to everyone that's on this board that has signed up for this, because it is absolutely incredible that you've all done that for this very first one. But it's going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to it. And it starts tomorrow. So we've spoke about the wheel. We've spoke about the game. And as I said, I am around for 15 more minutes. And then that's it. I'm going to go. And don't know what I'm going to do. I still haven't really had anything to eat. So I probably have something to eat. Might try and get... I don't know if another video will go up tonight. I'll probably work on something. Daze, who's your least favourite WWE superstar? Mine are Undertaker and Daniel Bryan. Your least favourite? Really? Dude, they're like amongst my most favourite. Least favourite? You got to be talking the likes of Tamina, Liv Morgan, Mandy Rose. Don't know, those kind of Mike Kanellis. Those kind of people, you know. Shout out to Peter Christ. Shout out, please, Daze. Shout out to Kerry Marshall. Who do you think Taker will face at SummerSlam? I really want it to be Finn Balor. I really want it to be Finn Balor. I really want that. And I want it to be body paint. I really want the Demon versus the Dead Man. So I really want Finn Balor. Daze is... sexist. Daze is sexist. Do you mean sexiest? I'm going to pretend you mean sexiest. Oh, are you saying that because I just named... No, I said Mike Kanellis as well. So I didn't just name women. I have to shout out to the football guy. Shout out, yeah, of course. Shout out to Cyborg Brains. Shout out to Connor Shaw. Daze, can you check my WWE figure collection on Twitter? I'll have a look after. Daze is sexy. The Surge. How are you doing? Finn Balor versus Kenny Omega. Daze, did you see The Undertaker last night? I didn't. Well, I saw pictures. I didn't see any video of the match. But I know that The Undertaker, Braun Strowman, and Roman Reigns won. So, can we still enter before Raw tomorrow? Yes, my friend. We will be live streaming before Raw. And as long as Raw hasn't started, then you can still enter. That's absolutely fine. The second that Raw starts, though, that is it. It's locked and loaded until August. Harsh doesn't want Undertaker to wrestle anymore. I can understand that. We want Mama Daze. Dude, it is 11:15 here. Mama Daze is definitely asleep. Another live stream! Dude, we always live stream on a Monday and a Tuesday. It's only been this week. In fact, that's crazy, because we have live streamed Monday, Tuesday. I'm sure we live streamed NXT. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, man, we've live streamed every single day. That is crazy. But yes, we are doing it even more. Because it's Raw. We always live stream Raw. We always live stream SmackDown Live. And I'm pretty sure I will live stream on NXT. So I promise you there won't be a live stream on Thursday. How about that? on next Thursday. Thursday coming, there won't be a live stream, or Friday, or Saturday. But then I am back for Extreme Rules on the Sunday. So, Daze, the World Cup final is on the same day as the World Cup final. Boom. Daze, is it okay if I join the Raw live stream tomorrow? Yes, of course, absolutely. What was your favourite match ever? Well, the first one that comes to mind, I don't include New Japan in this, because that's just, for me, a whole different thing. But WWE-wise, I always think about Undertaker Shawn Michaels. WrestleMania 35, I love that match. I genuinely think it's one of the best. Obviously, the TLC matches as well. I think they were so much fun, with like Edge and Christian and the Dudley Boys and the Hardy Boys. So, yeah, those are the ones that come to mind first of all. Shout out to Little Christian, Mendoza, Manuel. Shout out to Peter Christ. No, you don't understand me. I mean, you should live stream until the midnight. Dude, I think there is something called too much of a good thing. And this isn't even a good thing. So, do you know what I mean? So this, you can't even have too much of this because it's bad anyway. Spife, or a fork and a knife stuck together. Dude, it's Spife every day of the week. What are you on about? You're losing your mind. Spife wins. Did you have to build your pallbearer figure? Yes, I did. Is it behind me? That's a weird question to ask if you can't see it. You can't see it because it's up here. I did have to build it, and here it is. I'll go full screen for you. Oh, yes! My Undertaker! So yeah, it is a builder figure. Does his head come? I can't remember how it all popped together. I think, there you go, look. His arms just pull off. They're quite easy. And does his legs come off? I can't remember. I honestly can't remember how it all went together. I know his... Oh, I don't know. I'll pop it back on. But there you go. Yes, it was a pallbearer figure. It's a real shame they've never put one of these into the normal line. But then I suppose they're worried as to how well it would sell. He's a bit thin as well, isn't he? Do you remember Paul Bearer? No way was he that thin. Be like out here. At one point, he was huge. Do you remember? One point, he really put the pounds on. But there he is, look. Oh, yes. And that can go down there on the floor as well. Wrestling Daze, greater than... No one knows. Literally nothing. Wrestling Daze is greater than... Nothing. Little Christian, I thought I shouted you out, dude. I'm sure I shouted you out. Little Christian, Mendoza, Manuel. Lizzie, which are you, Lizzie? Is that Taylor? Taylor? Where's the Spife? Daze? He's doing a Brock Lesnar. The Spife's going to make an appearance at the next UFC. He's going to call out Daniel Cormier. Breaking news, no Woof tonight. Do you not think so? We're only 5 away. We've still got 10 minutes. 5 subs in 10 minutes. 4 subs in 10 minutes. Could happen. Keep the faith. Keep the faith. Great live stream day. Thanks, dude. I mean, like, we don't plan them, do we? We just jump on and we have a chat. And there's been a lot of news. I mean, we had to talk about New Japan a lot. We had to talk about Brock Lesnar and what it, might mean. So yeah, there's been a lot happening. Wrestling Daze is underrated. Spread the word. You've changed your tune. Guys, I'm taking suggestions. Whose face paint should I draw on Slam Master J next? Dude, have you not covered them all? I thought you'd literally done everyone. Have you done Ultimate Warrior? Hashtag keep the faith. Sorry, Daze, I can't join the game. I used up all my scholarship money. Dude, that's no problem whatsoever. All you have to do is just play along for free at home. Just pick your wrestlers still, and then take it from there. We have very suspiciously jumped up there on the woof. I'm not going to... thank you, The Surge. yeah, we have suspiciously jumped up then when it came to the Wheel of Fun. I don't know if there's any like fake account stuff going on. I hope not, because they'll only get taken off at a later date. But it is time. 1 2 1 2 testing. It's time for what most people enjoy. I don't think it's the reason why everyone's here, but still, here we go. Let's go over full screen because it's the Wheel of Fun. Everybody loves the Wheel of Fun. What was that? Is that the wheel? It's the Wheel of Fun. Ba-dum-bum. Brock Lesnar getting involved. So, Wheel of Fun time. This is where we do our giveaways. This is where we do slam attacks. You can see the excitement in the chat. People woofing away. Fair play. So, let's jump over. Let me go over to where we spin the wheel. I hope this lands on a giveaway or slam attack. I don't want forfeit. I really don't want forfeit. Right, let's watch the wheel. Giveaway! Yes! Giveaway time, guys. This is what people wanted. They wanted giveaway, and I am more than happy to give something away. So let's have a look and see what have we got. That's pretty cool. How about we give that away? We were just talking about the dead man, weren't we? We were just talking about the Undertaker. This is something that you attach onto your door, and it is enter if you dare. The Undertaker. Look at that as well. That's some nice little detail there, look, in the background. What is that? Could you imagine if there was a wrestler that wore that? That would be awesome. That totally looks like something out of New Japan. Looks like Evil or Sonata or something like that. So, anyway, very, very cool. Let's give this away. So, we are going to give this away to the third person, okay? The third person. That gives me the word. Recorder. Third person that gives me the word recorder, you will win. This, I will send it anywhere in the world. Jimmy the Legend was first. Jamie was second. Recorder Karen Riviera. Karen Riviera, well done to Karen Riviera. Can you please send me your address? So let me know where I can send this to. And I will get that sent out to you. You have won the Wheel of Fun. That is annoying. That is cringy, but we love it here on the Cringe Crew. So, yeah, very cool. Well done to Karen Riviera. And as I said, if you could just get in touch, that would be awesome. Boo. People booing. But people saying congratulations as well. So, yeah, very, very cool. So, what is the time? We are literally, I'd say we're about six minutes away or so from the wheel. I wish we were 6 minutes away from another wheel. But the next wheel will be 83,375. We will do that. I should imagine that there will be a wheel tomorrow. Hopefully not just as Raw is starting, because we all know that when it lands on the wheel just before Raw starts, it's always forfeit. So, yeah. On Sunday, will you stream both Extreme Rules and the World Cup final? I've got a real problem there, because if England do get to the World Cup final, I don't want to watch it at home. I want to be with people. So I honestly don't know. I might go to Birmingham. I might go to Birmingham, or I might go to Wolverhampton, or I might go somewhere and watch it in a pub, and then get on a train, come back, and then do Extreme Rules. So I think it's probably likely I won't live stream the final, but I will like record reactions and stuff because I know you guys. A lot of you are in America. A lot of you want England to do well, and I know a lot of you will be interested to know: am I pleased? Am I sad? What are my thoughts? Was I happy with the game? Who did I think did well? All that kind of stuff, and obviously, hopefully, England are there as well. Let's not get carried away here. So yeah, if they do get to the final, logistically, I've got some problems. So we'll have to see what happens with all of that. But 100%, whatever happens, I will definitely be live streaming Extreme Rules, and I am proper excited for it as well. The card doesn't look amazing at the moment, to tell the truth, but Ronda Rousey versus Nia Jax. Is that on that card? It's not, is it? Is it Ronda Rousey Alexa? It's Ronda Rousey Alexa, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, I'm into some of it. In fact, it's got me thinking now. What are the confirmed matches for Extreme Rules? Let's have a look. Extreme Rules 2018. Right, here we go. Because I'll have to do that prediction video this week. I'm normally alright with my predictions. So, AJ Styles versus Rusev. Well, I'll tell you now, I'm pretty sure AJ's retaining. Alexa. Oh, hang on. No, Ronda Rousey. I thought Ronda Rousey was in it. Why did I think Rousey was in that match? Bliss won the title back at Money in the Bank. Cashed in. Yeah, I remember that. This is Nia's rematch. Ronda Rousey will be sitting on the front row. I think Alexa Bliss retains there. But that's a little bit gutting because for some reason I got confused and thought Ronda was in the match. It might be because she said, like, I saw she was there, but she's only sitting front row. Carmella versus Asuka for the SmackDown Women's Championship. That could be very interesting. Again, I think Carmella, I'm sure James Ellsworth's going to interfere somehow. I don't think they're going to put the title on Asuka yet. So at the moment, I'm seeing a lot of people retain. Bludgeon Brothers versus Team Hell No. I'm looking forward to that. Bludgeons have been booked like absolute unstoppable forces. So, yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how that pans out. Team Hell No might get the tag team titles there. Team Hell No might get the tag team titles. Deleters of World versus B Team. Not really into it, guys. I wanted to be into it, but I'm not feeling the Deleters of Worlds. And the B Team are like a comedy group, and I'm just not sure it. I'm not feeling it. I don't know who's going to win that. Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins. I think Dolph Ziggler retains. That's the Iron Man match. Jeff Hardy versus Nakamura. That could be a lot of fun. I could see Nakamura winning that. Roman Reigns versus Bobby Lashley. I think that's Bobby Lashley. They have not specified if the winner will receive a shot at Brock Lesnar and the Universal Championship. Just that both needed a match for the show. Yeah, it kind of feels like that's the number one contenders match, though, doesn't it? So I think whoever wins that is going to have a good chance at getting a shot at the Universal title. Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin. I'm kind of into that. That's got to be Finn Balor. Surely Finn Balor wins that. If there's a god, then Finn Balor wins. I do agree that B Team are very funny. I think their impersonations are pretty bang on. I am into what they're doing. It's just a bit of a sorry state for the tag division, though, isn't it? The Deleter of Worlds versus B Team. Is that? Are we really saying that's the pinnacle? Like, if you think back to the Hart Foundation, the British Bulldogs, Demolition, Legion of Doom, the Rockers, Edge and Christian, the Hardy Boys, just all these amazing tag teams. Yet we've got the Deleter of Worlds versus the B Team. And I don't even understand why, because there's been some great tag teams down in NXT that just haven't. I mean, like, the Ascension were brilliant in NXT, and then they've just come up and been absolutely mistreated. So, yeah. I hear that it's going to be the Deleter of Worlds retain him, because the rumour is they're then going to face the Authors of Pain at SummerSlam. And that would be a match I want to see. Authors of Pain are the tag team that I am craving for this show. Authors of Pain should be on this show. SmackDown's tag team division is better. Yeah, I agree. I think the Usos have been fantastic. Since they turned heel and took off the face paint and all the bright colours, I think the Usos have been a real revolution. New Age Outlaws, the Dudley Boys, the Outsiders. I know, man, the list goes on. The list goes on, doesn't it? Daze, do you have Instagram? I do. I don't really use it. If I'm being perfectly honest, I really don't use it that often. The mighty WWE fan is saying goodbye, Daze. Goodbye, dude. Who's your favourite tag team on SmackDown? I'd say the Usos. I'd love to see them do more with Gallows and Anderson and all of that, but I think the Usos, since they took off the face paint, just been a different level. New Day versus Sanity feud is going to be good. Totally agree. I hope Sanity come through that, because I think that'd be a nice rub for them. I think it'd be a good push for them if they get a victory over the New Day, and they should. I mean, Killian Dane. Absolutely brilliant. I think it's Alexander Wolf that really needs some big moments so that the crowd know who he is. Because Killian Dane just looks like a monster. People already know Eric Young because of TNA. But Alexander Wolf is the one that... He needs to be the Seth Rollins of the group, doesn't he? He needs, like, the aerial attack and the fast-paced action and all of that. So hopefully it works for him. Daze, how do I text you or tell you where I live, because I don't have Facebook or Twitter? Do it. Send me an email, my friend. wrestlingdays@gmail.com. That's it. Boom. Simples. Daze, one more thing. I only have 2 subscribers. Well, dude, just keep making videos, keep working hard. It's hard. It's a slog. But everyone starts off with 0. It's tough for everyone. And you will get there. Would you ever burn your Eva Marie? I've got a couple that are in boxes that I have no desire to open, and the other one got thrown in the road. So Jimmy the Legend now naming literally all the tag teams: Natural Disasters, Bushwhackers, Nasty Boys, the APA, tag teams galore. Please check Facebook. I'll do it after, dude. I'll do it after. Because I can see that we are wrapping up. And I think that'll do, guys. I think we're there. I think we've kind of naturally come towards the end of the live stream. Once Dean returns, do you think the Shield will get back together? Yeah, I think at some point they will. I'm not sure if it'll be straight away, but there'll be a Shield reunion again at some point. I thought it was doing okay. It hadn't really got going. And then obviously Dean got injured and it was all pulled, which was a real shame. I don't know what would have happened had Dean had not got injured. It'd be very interesting to have seen what the plans were. But I could see them doing, definitely see them doing a Shield reunion again. There's money to be made, isn't there? And Vince is always going to want to make money. Daze, I just got a ring, a WrestleMania ring, a very old one. Very cool, dude. It's always good to get rings. Unlucky you, Seth. Next time, maybe, my friend. Next time. There's always next time. And the next time will be tomorrow for the Monday Night Raw live stream. If anyone's interested in joining the game, then you can do that tomorrow. We will be starting before Raw. But the second that Raw begins, doors are closed. That is it. So, yeah, have a think about it. And if you want to do that, then do that. Right, guys, I am going to shoot. Thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate you guys joining me. I hope you enjoyed the live stream. I thought the chat was a lot of fun. And yeah, I'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great evening, afternoon, morning, whatever time it is, wherever you are.